Again, the format for this press conference, we'll have an opening statement from Coach Ollie. Then we'll have 15 minutes allotted for questions for our student athletes. We'll dismiss the student athletes and finish up with Coach. And the UConn locker room is open, and the Colorado locker room still has 15 minutes for an open locker room.
First, just giving honor to God, giving me another opportunity to coach these fine student athletes and coach at the greatest university in the country. So, you know, we just want to thank him and also thank these players. They really played hard. I don't know if they got their wake-up call in the first half. I think they were still back at the hotel, but I think the bus came and picked them up, and we started playing in the second half. So very proud of them. They stuck with it. Rod was huge, playing some defense on King and stepping up and making some big shots. Daniel was his usual self, playing aggressively, getting 10 rebounds and playing effectively. And the thing that I'm just really concerned, we got to stay out of foul trouble. My bigs got to stay out of foul trouble, but when we start playing aggressive, playing for each other, playing together, the game really changed around in the second half.
Questions for our student athletes now. About the fifth row, a hand up here. Got you covered there.
Daniel, 30% shooting in the first half for you guys. What was the mood in the locker room at halftime, and what did Kevin say to you guys?
I just want to thank God as well. And, you know, we got off to a slow start, you know, like the same thing we did against Cincinnati. But, you know, Coach gave us a motivational speak in the locker room in the second half, and we came out to a better start. You know, I was getting in the middle of the lane, but I just wasn't converting. And, you know, but my teammates were really helping me out there. And second half, we really picked it up.
Tommy here in the middle.
Tommy Birch, Des Moines Register. You said he gave you guys kind of a motivational speech at halftime. What kind of was the speech? What did he say?
You know, he just told us to, you know, Scott had about 13 points at halftime. So, you know, he was getting too many easy catches. And once he was getting easy catches, he was just converting on them. And then they had 9 points off second chance in the first half. So we just had to come out and stop them from getting offensive rebounds. And that's what we did to go in the second half.
Rod, you want to follow up on that too?
What happened? What happened? Just piggyback off what Daniel said. You know, of course, coach is gonna speak up at halftime. You know, he's our head captain, but I think it was a lot of motivation coming from amongst ourselves. You know, a lot of guys. You know, Sterling was the main culprit of a guy who was just saying, "We've been in this situation before. We don't like playing from coming down, but I mean, sometimes that's just how it is, you know." And in the second half, we was able to come out with a lot of energy, and I think getting defensive stops what got us back in the game.
Front row here.
Dom Amori from the Hartford Current. Rodney, I guess about 11 minutes to go in the game. You guys had those back-to-back turnovers, really quick scores. You scored, then I think Jalen got a turnover pass to Daniel. It seemed like the game turned on a dime at that point. Did you guys kind of feel at that point that suddenly you had control?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we pride ourselves on our defense, you know, and anytime we're not playing defense, it shows in the game. And once we're playing defense, it has a huge impact on our offense. You know, we're able to score a lot easier because we're a great team in transition, you know, and once we're able to get stops and get out in transition, I mean, I feel like we're one of the best teams in America.
Got a couple on the hour. We'll go with Pat right here, and then 3 rows behind him.
Yeah, Pat Borsey from the New York Times. This is for Rodney. Looked like with about 7:45 to go, you hit that real nice 3. Things were rolling, and you tapped Coach Ollie on the way by. What was that all about?
I'm really not too sure, you know. I think he was saying bad shot, and I made it, and I was like, I got you. And so I ran down on the defensive end, you know. But I just credit my teammates, you know, for finding me and getting me in spots where I'm able to make shots.
Okay,
Rodney, Dave Campbell, Associated Press. That was actually my question. But I'll build off that. After that shot, did you feel like things were a little more relaxed? I mean, was there a little bit more confidence down the stretch?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime the ball's going in the hole, you know, you're much more relaxed. And like I said, you know, I just feel like our defensive intensity had a lot to do with our offense. You know, once we're down in the stands getting deflections and steals, you know, it makes our offense a lot easier, and guys get going that way.
Okay, in the back here on the green.
Danny Lawhon, Des Moines Register, for either guy. Do you feel like then the first half struggles, looking back, I mean, was it more of an intensity issue or was it more of an execution issue? Like, which one kind of blended into the other more?
I'd say it was the intensity issue. You know, first half we got out to a slow start, and it's been kind of like that kind of all season. So we just got to make sure we can't get out to no more slow starts going forward. And then once we do that, we'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, same. I think it had a lot to do with both. You know, we wasn't really making shots on the offensive end, you know, so that always make it a lot tougher. You know, but we got to go back down and grind it out on the defensive end, you know. So we just got to create for each other better and just get easier shots, and that comes with us playing our good defense.
Okay, in the back here, near the aisle.
This is for Daniel. Gavin Key from the London Day. What changed rebounding-wise in the second half? You guys did a much better job.
I just think we boxed out. We hit more. We boxed out, and we just came up with the rebound. And then once we came up with the rebound, we just start fast breaking, getting out in transition, getting easy layups. And that was just the main thing. We just got to hit better going on and not give up too many second chance opportunities.
Front row again. Get a mic here for you.
This for both of you guys. If you can address what you do behind the scenes to work on free throws. Obviously, that was a big part of the 2014 run, and so far this year it's been a big thing, 22 for 23 today.
Don't give out our secrets, please.
Go with Rodney first and Daniel.
We just shoot a lot of them, you know. That's something we put a lot of emphasis on. You know, free throws is a very important thing down the stretch of a basketball game. As you can see today, you know, Sterling stepped up and hit some huge free throws. And like you said, the 2014 run, it was huge. You know, we're just trying to keep that up. You know, we just relax at the free throw line and just make the free throws.
Yeah, it's the same thing like he said. I think it's a confidence thing. You step up, you just knock down free throws. I think when you miss too many, you dawn on it and think about it too much. But you step up, make two, you'll be all right. It's just a confidence thing.
Any final questions for our student athletes here? Okay, guys, get rest and congratulations again.
All right, thank you.
Love you too.
This time we're take questions for Coach on the aisle.
Jeff Jacobs, Hartford Current. Kevin, if I could just jump on the free throw question. You know, those games are just wild ups and downs, but through this, your team back to 14 and through the season has just been so solid and consistent free throw wise. In their minds, can they, you know, latch on to some consistency in the midst of all that mayhem or each game, or how does the free throw psychology work?
We just shoot a lot of them in practice, and, you know, we go hard, and then, you know, I just blow the whistle. We make them run to the free throw line, and we just do that throughout practice, and it really gets us like, all right, we hectic, and then I just blow the whistle, and then they run to the free throw line. So in the midst of that practice or, you know, running in sprints, you have to really calm yourself down. You got to take the tension out, and we really teach about routine. You know, it's not about making or missing a shot. It's really falling in love with your routine, and you kind of just lose sight of the crowd. You lose sight of, you know, that voice, that defeating voice talking to you. You might miss it, and we just we fall in love with our routine, and whatever routine you have, we want them to take that routine each and every shot. And I think guys are really understanding that. I'm very proud of Rod. Rod has been stepping up and shooting great free throws now. I used to have to take him out the game late in the game. Now I don't even have to do that. So everybody's really buying into that. And, you know, of course, it's the right people shooting them too. And I thought we had the right guys shooting them, and especially Sterling at the end of the game, where he made 6 crucial ones, and then Rod stepped up and made 2. So in that last minute span, we made 8 for 8, and it really kept the momentum in our favor.
We're going to go on the right side here, Coach, in the aisle.
Jerry Tipton, Lexington Herald Leader. You mentioned earlier the importance of staying out of foul trouble, and I wonder, are NCAA tournament games called tighter, or is there any adjustment there?
Yeah, it's definitely called tighter. You know, it was a couple fouls that I thought was questionable, but that's how they calling them. And, you know, I imagine Thad said the same thing, but that's how they calling them. We got to adjust, to the referees. And, the referees can't adjust to us, but we do want to play solid defense. We just don't want to let our man go by us if you're thinking the ref is calling, a quick whistle. But you have to move your feet better, you have to box out, and then we got to be in help defense earlier so we're not getting beat and we're not recovering late. So, that's the thing, and it's going to be tight next round, but we want to be the aggressor. I think both teams got in the penalty really, really early, and that's to our favor because we shoot free throws very, very well. So we want to continue to get in the penalty, force the refs to continue to make that call with our aggressiveness.
Okay, and we got 2 on the aisle. We'll go to there, and then we'll go right in front afterwards. Go ahead.
Matt Zampini with the Daily Campus. Rodney said that Sterling was in the locker room at halftime kind of encouraging guys. Did you sense that within the team that, the morale was still high despite being down 9?
Yeah, we've been through so much throughout the year, so we don't get down too much. A lot of people on the outside, they get down. We don't get down. We're just going to keep fighting with each other. We're going to keep loving each other. And we've been through too much through the season. So at this moment, we're just going to continue to learn from it. We're going to always, find a reward in our pain. So whatever we're going through, we're going to find a reward in it. So, we're not going to get down. I love Sterling stepping up. He's finally really finding his voice in our locker room now. And it takes a while for a fifth-year senior to do that. I think other guys are really stepping up, and the meter steps up a lot and, and talks, challenge the guys. And that's what we want in our program. That's one of our big pillars is challenging and recovering from challenges. So hopefully we can continue to do that. And, I don't like going in the locker room down by 9, but I know how strong and tough this team is. And they don't make any excuses. So we came out in the second half and really started playing UConn basketball, and that's getting stops, that's getting fast break points, and that's playing together.
Danny Klinkscale from Sports Radio 810 WHB in Kansas City. Was there anything in particular you did except to urge them on that changed the defense? I think they only had Colorado only had 17 points in the first 18 minutes of the half. Yeah,
it was just huge. I think we went on a 24-6 run after I think it was like the 16th minute of the second half. And those next 8 minutes was just probably the best basketball we've played, being in pressure, being solid, rebounding the basketball, running and converting, and mixing that up with our three-point shooting. I thought a real big key, they are a great three-point shooting team. They average 8 makes on the season. Conversely, they got 2. So we eliminated the three-point shot that really helped us get out on the fast break and run. And Scott is a terrific player. I can tell my bigs all the time, you got to fight, but he's huge down there. Gets to the free throw line, he's crafty. But we didn't want any other players to get off. We didn't want King to get his 15. We didn't want Collier to get his 7 or 8. So we wanted Scott. We didn't want Scott to get that many points, but we didn't want the other role players to really get off. So we really try to do a good job on them. And then my guys just stepped up. They put a demand on their potential, every minute of every possession, and we try to win every minute and every possession. And I really just thought they did a real good job keeping their composure, being poised throughout the whole game.
On the right side in the green shirt.
Danny Lawhon, Des Moines Register. Your guys really extended the defense a lot better in the second half. Like when you're talking about limiting their three-point chances, sure, but it almost seemed like that extending the defense out 25, 28 feet away from the basket really limited their chances to get the ball inside to Scott in the second half after he had hurt you in the first 20 minutes. Was it just an issue of telling them to pursue the Colorado guards further, or like how did the execution of the defense really improve?
We started making some shots. So it's kind of hard to extend your defense if you're not making shots. So we started getting to the free throw line. We was able to get in our press a little bit more. And then when you make shots, you extend the defense. And I just think that was the chance. When you're not making shots, it's kind of hard to extend. And, we value our defense. We pressure the ball a lot if you've seen any of our games. And we try to create some turnovers. And we have a meter in the back trying to block shots. So that's our part of our defense. It took a while for it to click in, but sooner or later we're going to get you with our pressure. So we want to be consistent. We don't want to let it take 24 minutes to start, but I'm glad it showed up. And, guys, get a lot of credit for staying with it because a lot of people, when they're not making shots, they won't play defense. Our team pride ourselves on defense, making shots or missing shots. So I really thought they really started executing the defensive pressure, which we demand from them in practice and in games.
Left side here by the aisle.
Matt Zampini with the Daily Campus. Sean's been in foul trouble, over the past couple games. What do you say to him or what do you do to kind of keep him in the game? Can you do anything?
I can't do anything. I'm just a coach. I'm not playing. We told him a lot of times not to get the ticky-tack fouls, and we're just gonna continue to coach him. I mean, that's the bottom line. I can't play for him. I can't. I would love him to stay in the game more because it really gives us balance where we can go down low and, kind of play off him a little bit and slow the game down where we're not just all penetrating off our guards. But, he just got to do a better job staying out of foul trouble. I mean, I really don't have no answer for you. We've told him, if we're going to get a foul, make sure it's an aggressive foul. And you got to understand how the refs are calling it. You can't swipe down. You can't go for steals. You just got to play solid. You got to play fundamentally sound, and you got to do your work early. So we're just going to continue to coach him, and hopefully, he understands that. We're going to definitely need him the next round and going farther in this tournament.
We got a question right here on the right.
Ken Corbett from the Topeka Capital Journal. Speaking of the next round, I know the next game is still going on, but given that a 16 has never beaten a 1, I just want to get your early impressions of Kansas and the possibility of playing a #1 seed in the region.
Oh, it's a great team. They start inside out. They're going to go try to establish Perry Ellis inside, and they got some great, they're great in transition. They got some shooters around them. I mean, so it's kind of like prepping from Colorado, too. Kansas is the #1 seed, but, they got somebody down low, and then they got a lot of three-point shooters around. So we have to do a great job with Wayne Selden, get back and play transition defense and box out. They're a great rebounding team. So we're going to try to do those things on Friday. We'll do a lot more scouting of those guys, but they're a great team, but, I think we're well able too. And I know if they do win, it's a 1, kind of playing in their backyard, but we've been in these brawls before, and we'll be ready to fight.
On the aisle left side.
Danny Klinkscale again. Pretty simple question. You haven't lost an NCAA tournament game ever. What's that feeling like to be 7 for 7 right now?
I mean, it's a great feeling, but, like I said, coaching is overrated. I have some great players. I have some great student athletes that allow me to coach them. And I coach them very hard, and, but I love them at the same time. And I want to be a relational coach. I want to have a great relationship with my guys so I can push them and I can demand everything I possibly can out of them. And they've just done a beautiful job. I mean, people said we was going to be tired through the AAC tournament, and they just showed up again. And they just keep working. And behind the scenes, I got, great people around them. Travis Ilion and James Doran and all our great people and our great staff. So it's just not me. We kind of do it as a community, around our student athletes. But the most important thing is our student athletes really buying into the resources and being resourceful. And, I could give them all the credit. I can't be 7-0 if it wasn't for our players. And like I told you, I got the greatest coaching staff in America. They hold me up when I'm down. They pick me up and encourage me. So, I just think we do it as a group. That's what we always done it. That's what I learned from Coach Calhoun. And only thing I'm doing is grabbing the baton and trying to run as fast as I can with it.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
See you tomorrow, Coach. Thank you. Congratulations.